Hello YouTube, this is Retta. I'm going to do a reading on Scott Baio and Nicole Eggert. I haven't really looked into it. I just seen the headlines. I guess Nicole Eggert is claiming that Scott Baio, I heard two different stories. I heard a story that Scott Baio, and did something to her when she was 14. And then I heard a different type of story where she wanted to be de-virginized and she went to Scott Baio at 19, and I have no idea. So we're going to take it to the cards. It's going to be kind of hard to measure down that, hey, was he abusive or this and that. We'll try to figure it out. It will definitely show us that there was some type of sexual, I'll try to nail down the age or whatever. But what I find interesting is that when I did the birth cards on these two people, is that, as I recall, I tell you guys, this is the year of the High Priestess. And so Scott Baio is the High Priestess, he's very mysterious, he's very intuitive, he has a very feminine side. He's very, very intuitive. Also, he has justice and judgment, where, usually with justice and judgment, they do have a high moral character, but they have their own idea of right and wrong. And if they feel like they've been wronged, if you see him really like speaking against this or speaking out on it, not keeping it to himself, that could be interesting too, because they have such a thing of, their own justice and judgment. If they feel like they've been wrong, they will try to seek out some revenge or vengeance, and speak out. So I can see that if he's not keeping this quiet, so that's one thing too. If he's not keeping this quiet and he's speaking out and he's going after her, he's feeling like he's been wronged. And I can see that in, his birth cards. He's not going to let that stand. He's not going to let it stand. Her, on the other hand, I can understand her a little bit more too. Especially with her weight issues and stuff. Her birth cards are the Lovers and the Devil. So the Lovers is about, not really finding love within yourself, making a lot of different bad choices in regards to love, trying to find whatever is missing in yourself. Instead of finding it in with yourself, you look for it through two other people. So I could see even when she was younger, she might have looked at Scott Baio as, he was older or whatever, and, getting characters mixed up. I could see her going after him or, having an attraction to him because she's missing something within herself. So she's looking for it in other people to kind of fill that empty spot up. And that causes her the devil. She makes bad decisions in regards to love, sex, drugs. She could have a lot of addiction issues. It could be that, she was a beautiful girl. She's still beautiful, but, she is... she has been dealing with weight issues for a while. Could it be some food addiction? Did she have a drug or alcohol addiction in the past, or is she a food addiction? Also, a person being in love or the idea of love is an addiction. So I can see that she has a lot of skeletons, a lot of, issues that she has to deal with. So this should be interesting. So that kind of lets you understand a little bit about Scott Baio and a little bit by Nicole Eggert. You guys all know I really hate doing celebrities. I hate doing these type of readings because in Hollywood, I look at them as either prey or predator, So I'm going to use the Jeff Hardy's Tarot. This is one of my favorite decks. I haven't used it in a while, and I kind of miss it. So, okay, I haven't used this in a while. Make sure they're all. So what I'm going to do is I want to see... I'm going to pull 3 cards for Scott to see what's going on right now with him, and 3 cards for Nicole and see what's going on with her right now. Okay, so Scott Baio and Nicole Eggert. Scott Baio. I'm just wanting to see where their mind is now. Scott Baio and Nicole Eggert. Scott Baio. I couldn't find this deck for a long time, and it's funny is that I have a private reading that I have scheduled, and this deck keeps popping in my head, so it wanted to be used for that reading for my clients, so it made itself available. So excuse this desk, you know, I've been doing some art projects and some watercoloring and stuff, so and I still haven't had a chance to cleanse my my regular reading desk that's over there. It has like 20 decks that I have to cleanse on it. So someone asked me if I can show how I cleanse my decks. I'll do a video on that. It's pretty simple. I used to take a long ritual routine. Not so much anymore. It used to take me forever to cleanse a deck, and you know, now I don't cleanse them. I cleanse them, but I don't take that whole time. So I wanted, the first top is going to be what's going on with Scott. I'm just going to pick up 3 cards for him. And then this one is Nicole. Okay, Scott. 2 of Tides. So the 2 of Tides is 2 cups. So this is talking about a relationship. So a relationship. The 9 of Tides is also like wishing upon a star. So that's like these are the so this is very emotional for him. And the Fool, he was naive. So right now he's feeling a relationship. If you look at this, it looks like, this is just my intuition. This is a 2 of Tides, which would be the 2 of Cups. So that's like 2 people coming together. If you look at this, it looks like, you know, this one wolf is standing proud, and this younger wolf is kind of nuzzling up to this one wolf. So the relationship, and then they're standing on a lot of emotional issues, a lot of turbulence. So I'm seeing that. And then the wish, it's like, oh, you know, wishing upon a star. It looks like a little girl is wishing upon a star, you know, and then some naivety, you know, some youngness, some naivety. Let's see about her. The 3 of Tides is coming together. 3 people coming together to do something. 3 people coming together to do something. You know, coming together to do something. And also, it's the Tide. So this is very, you know, coming to do something in an emotional way. And you see the Tides in here. So it's a lot of emotional baggage. And then there's a blockage right there, too. So they're only going to be able to do so much. They're only going to be able to do so much. So to me, this is 3. So this is 3 people coming together for something. The 10 of Tides. The 10 of Tides is the 10 of Cups. So it's usually, the Tides is usually, did I put that card in there? The Tides is usually, the 10 of Tides is usually like a happy family. But here, it's like, you know, things aren't going well in the family. There's a lot of turbulence, you know, there's a lot of cloudiness, of turbulence, a lot of storms. So her family life is not that great, you know, her family life isn't that great. And her emotionally just walking away, her emotionally just walking away. So a 3 of Tides is the 3 of Wands is coming together for a purpose. So, but they're going to be blocked in some way and causing a lot of turbulence. Is this telling me here that the 2 of Tides, I'm not, you know, I see this is very emotional for him. I'm seeing it's emotional for her. I could see she's going to be, this is going to be blocked, so it's not going to go that far. I think she said she was going to go to the police and stuff. I don't think any of this is going to, and she's just going to end up having to walk away. And, you know, she's just walking away into, I think there's a lot going on in her family life and stuff like that. I think, I don't see, you know, I see a relationship, but I don't see a sexual relationship right now. I see that there's a little girl who wishes upon a star. Wishes upon a star. But she was too young and naive. So I think that they had a relationship, not necessarily sexual, but there was a relationship. She kind of idolized him. She wishes that things happen more. It was part of her wish when she looked at him as the star, you know, something to obtain, but she was young and naive. And it looks like she was going after him. You see this little dog, but he knew that it was a tightrope. He's like, he wasn't trying to go there, you know. He knew she was too young, too naive. He knew that, you know, any wrong move that he could fall over, but she was still after him. I find that she was after him when she was young. So let me see some more. I think that she has some, emotional issues. That goes with the devil card. I think she has maybe some emotional, some issues going on there. That was just 3 cards, so that told me a lot. It looked like she was like a little girl, like, you know how little girls do have a crush and they follow their crush. I think she idolized him and she followed him around, and he was like, no. He knew she was, like, you know, he couldn't go there. She was trouble. Like, you know, this is a tight rope. I can see, just from them cards right there, I'm saying that no, he didn't do it. Just from them cards right there. I'm seeing that it was a plan of 3 people. It was 3 people came together, but to do this. I also, he's been very outspoken as a Trump supporter. Remember, this year is the High Priestess, so nothing is what it seems. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, I'm going to do a relationship reading between Scott Baio and her. I just wanted to see where their mind was at. I think she wanted a relationship with him. But he knew he was walking a tightrope with her, and he didn't go there. And plus, I think he also, I'm getting this too, is that he's been in Hollywood for a long time. I think he's been in Hollywood, so, you know, I think he understands things a little bit more. Let me see right now. Their relationship right now is the 7 of Tides. So there's like, the 7 is look at this. It's confusion, the snakes, and here there's 3, you know, there's 3 snakes going after, a lot of deception. I think right now there's a lot of betrayal. He's feeling very betrayed. You know, usually when you see a snake, it's women. So, especially if you look at Lenormand and stuff, it's usually, you know, a woman betrayal, this and that. So, there's snakes all around him or her. You know, there's snakes all around. I'm saying that, you know, it's a lot of betrayal, a lot of, you know, chaos, a lot of betrayal right now in their relationship. I'm going to put him over here and her over here. So, 6 of Fire. This is a performance for our audience. Look at this. She's performing for our audience. So, for her, this is like a performance for our audience. She's playing her part. I didn't, you know, I always think, and it's really sad, I'm kind of upset, is because this Me Too movement, yes, I believe there's a lot of things going on in Hollywood. I believe a lot of stories. I really personally, you know, I feel like adults can take care of adults. My main concern is children. And, you know, for her to do this, not saying that she wasn't sexually abused. I'm saying she probably wasn't sexually abused by him. Not saying that anybody else didn't sexually abuse her, because I look at, you know, if you're going to bring your children into Hollywood, you need to get your head checked out. There's a lot of predators, you know, and like I said before, Hollywood is predators of prey. I feel like she's in a performance. Look at this. This is a performance, and she has a lot of people. She's in center stage right now. People want to hear what she has to say, her story. Let's see about him. Him is justice. That's part of his birth card. So he's going to speak out. He feels like, you know, he's been accused wrongfully. So he wants justice. So he's going to go after her. He's going to speak his truth. He's not going to hold it in. To him, justice is black or white. You know, black or white. You know, he looks at justice as moral as black or white. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't mix it up. There's a fine line, which also shows on his full card the tightrope he was on. You know, and she was climbing behind him like a dog while he was on the tightrope. He could have fell. He has his line in the sand. He always had his line drawn in the sand. He knows what right and wrong is. And he's not going to let this go. She's doing a performance. The star, she's doing this. She's doing this for the spotlight. She could have been abused. She wasn't abused by Scott Baio. She wasn't abused by Scott Baio. She could have been abused because I'm seeing a woman that's vulnerable, but not by Scott Baio. And maybe if she accused the people that rightfully, if she was abused, she needs to accuse them. No doubtedly, because of her her birth card, her lovers and the devil, she would have been perfect prey for predators. She was perfect prey for predators. She is doing this for the attention, the spotlight. She is vulnerable. I believe that there was some abuse that happened in her childhood, but, you know, accuse the right people. You know, accuse the right people. It looks like maybe 3 people kind of abused her in childhood, or took advantage of her, because, like I said, she was a perfect victim. Her birth card, vulnerable, not really, you know, sure of herself, seeking approval, stuff like that. And she's doing this right now for attention. She wants the spotlight, which is right here, the spotlight on her. This is what she wants, this attention. Look at the Ace of Tides. He is really upset. Like I said, if you look at this, this is 2 sides and there's a line drawn. He's very upset. The Ace of Tides is the Ace of Cups. So, you know, he had boundaries on their relationship. To me, this is boundaries. You know, there was boundaries on the relationship. He made sure that the boundaries, I don't know how many children that he worked with. It looks like maybe 4 children that he worked with, and he set boundaries for all 4 children. I forget how many kids were on Charles in Charge. Was there 3 kids? And then I don't remember, but I think there was 4 kids altogether maybe on the show, and I see he had boundaries for all, and he didn't go outside the boundaries. The Six of Wands is that this is about looking at things in a different perspective. The Six of Wands. What is the Six of Wands? The Six of Wands is the swords. The tides. So the Six of Wands is looking at things in a different type of perspective. And looking at her options. So she had to either go one way or the other. She was looking at, it's still down the middle, looking at things from a different perspective, one way or the other. The Stranger of Gardens. The Stranger of Gardens. To me, this is the Pentacles. This is her. He knew she wanted to look at the same cards are coming up. Five of she wanted him. She wanted him. Her wish and her thought was to be with him. Especially when she was young. She looked at him. She was enamored by him. You know how when you're young and you have crushes. He was her crush. This right now, this Five of Fire, this is like the Five of Wands. They're in battle right now. Their friendship or whatever they ever had as like, you know, co-workers or friendship is completely destroyed. He's on defense and he's going to defend himself. He's standing strong and he's going to defend himself. He's in a stronger position than she is. I don't really find it, you know, look at the Nine of Wands. This is her. She has some mental problems. Her holding her crotch right here is telling me no. He did not enter her or have sex with her, but someone did. You know, someone. She did have a relationship with someone that was inappropriate, but it wasn't him. The Nine of Wands is like the Nine of Wands. It's a burden. You know, it's a burden. No. Yeah, right now they're at war. You know, they're at war. He has the upper hand. He's protected well. Like he has his defenses up and she can swing. I don't find that he sexually abused her. I find that she was very much enamored with him since she was young. She looked at him and she's doing this right now for the spotlight. She's putting on a show. I find that probably she was abused because she was a perfect victim, but not by Scott Baio. I think he has, he's very intuitive. I think he kept her at arm's length. It showed me with the diamond. There was 4 kids that he worked with, and he kept boundaries. He didn't go outside the boundaries. It also showed me with that Fool card. He was on a tight rope, and she was following him like a loyal dog. You know, she was following him. She really wanted him, and he knew not to go there because, you know, one false move and he would fall on his face. He has a distinct right and wrong. He drew a line in the sand, and no, I do not believe that Scott Baio sexually abused Nicole Eggert. If you, you know, that's just the cards speaking to me. Like I said, she's a perfect prey because of her background and her birth cards. She probably was taken advantage of, but not by him. All right, talk to you later. Bye.